Hey there, it's Audrin. Wanted to give my thoughts on the Duskbloods Network Test that was just held. We still have one more session to go tonight that I'm really looking forward to. I got some B-roll thanks to Oroboro. I just video captured his B-roll footage here that he received from Nintendo. So thank you, Oroboro, for the footage. Unfortunately, there is no sound and there is no music as well because last thing I want to do is ruin any copyrights. But from hearing about the big streamers, they're saying, it's probably okay that we could play the B-roll and just give our thoughts. So I am someone who really, really, really enjoys FromSoft games and Souls likes. I'm somewhat of a new creator here, so I haven't made any videos as of yet for any FromSoft titles. I'm really awaiting one of their new, their next Elden Ring. So very patiently waiting for that. But anyway, so a little bit more about me. I've been playing the Souls games, the whole franchise, Sekiro, Bloodborne, everything, probably since like 2018. I'm a little late compared to some of the big names in YouTube. Um, but I have played them extensively, all of the games, lots of platinums for all the games achieved. Same with other Souls likes. I love other Souls likes too. But this game, actually, even though it is by From Software and it does have that kind of Bloodborne look and that feel, it's not actually a Souls like game. This is very different. Of course, there's PvP. The PvP is the main focus, of course, of the network test. There's also PvE elements as well. There will be updates, or I guess the full game will have more PvE centric fights and all that stuff moving forward. So, really looking forward to that. I have experience with Arc Raiders. That's actually how I started my channel. I made some Arc Raiders videos, but really the PvP portion of Arc Raiders wasn't really my thing. I'm not the biggest PvP player. Same with like all in the Souls titles. I invaded to do those achievements or to, max out the covenants and all that kind of stuff. But that wasn't my main focus. And when I get invaded, like, sure, I would fight the invader, but I would never really use like the Rosario's finger or whatever to get more invasions. That's not my kind of play style. So this game is a little bit different for me, but at the same time, and I was apprehensive at first when I did apply for the beta test. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like it, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm actually really, really happy that I did. So, given my background of, Souls guy. I love all games. I'm not really a big PvP player. The network test really, really surprised me, and I just can't wait. Like, we got 2 more hours until the next test, the last test in the series, and I'm really looking forward to just jump right back in and do some more PvP. Really, I am very curious about the PvE aspects. I know that Miyazaki. There was some interview. I don't remember exactly where the interview came from or who did it, but I did see earlier today on Reddit that Miyazaki-san has said that there's going to be this other a portion where it's like a PVE boss battle at the end, and you can customize your character to be more PVE centric. To maybe get in those PVE lobbies. Now, if you played Arc Raiders, you know about the unicorn lobbies. That sounds really cool to me. But at the same time, with this network test, just doing PvP, my first session, I came in second. And my second session, I did a co-op session with someone named Winona, and they were a Zork. So big ups to you if you do end up watching this. You're awesome. We came in first in our co-op, so like it was so exhilarating. It was so much fun, and like just knowing that even if I were to die or we were to fail, like it's not the end of the world. Whereas, and we're not really losing anything. Whereas, like in Arc Raiders, for example, or a game like that, an extraction game, you die, you lose everything. Mistfall Hunters is the next big thing, which I also really enjoyed. I played the demo for that, but it's not my type of game, so I haven't gone into the full release. Maybe one day in the future. But so like this game is, it's just fun. Like for the most part, you're doing PVE things. You're going around, you're collecting points, you're killing, the enemy, computer controlled enemies and all that. You're gaining an ally or they're called kin. So you're summoning a kin, you're leveling them up, you're leveling yourself up, you're finding like candles to light and fire and all sorts of other things that power you up and get you virtue points. And like it's just so much fun. I found that also like the big boss battles, you'd have a pop up message that came up and it would ask you if you wanted to be summoned to help everybody else clear this big enemy, and you can go in or you don't have to, but if you do go in, like it's exhilarating. I feel like I'm playing, Night Rain when we're doing that co-op stuff. I feel like I'm playing Elden Ring, and we get the summons and whatever. And you're just, you're doing a lot of PvE, even in a PvP game like this. Now, of course, at the end, there is a big PvP battle, so it's either 3 on 3 if you're solo, or it's 2v2 if you're in the co-op mode. And I don't know, it's different. Yes, it's a little bit. It could get sweaty, I would guess, but I didn't feel like pressured or angry or anything. Even if when I died, sure, there's like maybe a little bit frustrated, like, oh my gosh, my move didn't hit and they hit me instead, and that kind of thing. Or they're jumping in the air and like come down, and there were some issues, not issues, but like the targeting I think needs a little bit of tweaking. Um, so when you switch targets and all that, like sometimes it wouldn't work, or I would target the wrong thing. But at the same, like it was just I don't know. It's fun. That like I keep saying that word. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's something different. It still keeps the same flavor. I feel like I'm playing multiplayer PvP Bloodborne, but, because you have unlimited lives, dying is not the worst thing to happen. We're not losing our souls, so to speak, and have to go pick them up. We're not doing any of that. Yes, you die and you get taken out of the game, and the other player who kills you, let's say not even in the final battle, but like just around in the world, the other player who kills you may get some virtue, but that's pretty much it. Like they also may get an item from your corpse, but from what I could tell, I didn't lose anything, unless I missed something. So if you notice, if someone kills you and they take, they claim their prize. Maybe let me know in the comments if we do end up losing something, but I don't think we did. I didn't notice. But also, there are many items, and because it's brand new, it's only been a few hours really that we've played altogether because of the strict network test times. I don't really recall what all the items are and if I lost them or whatever because I'm more focused on running around trying to just do my thing, get my kin up, trying new things out like one mission with the kin in specifically. Now I know I'm jumping topic back and forth, but I'm kind of just doing this off the top of my head. I don't have a script and I don't have anything written down, but just my pure experience with the network test. One round, I got my kin right away, and it was actually the big guy that's in a wheelchair. So I stayed with him for a bit. I got him to level 4 after about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of play. I don't even recall how long it was, but it was like a chunk of time. But then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to summon another one just to see what would happen. And it was like I got a new summon, and my level went down. It actually went down to level 1. I don't know if it was supposed to go down to level 1, but my kin level went to level 1, and I think I got the wolf. And then I thought, you know what? Let's just try another one. And then I got my wolf to level 2, and I tried another one, and I got the lady with the dual swords. But she stayed at level 2, so I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe it's a network test thing. Maybe I did something particular that I don't really realize. But just testing things like that, it's fun. Just like learning these new things, trying new things out. This is a brand new type of experience for me as well because again, I'm not really the biggest PvP player, but I'm having a blast. I can't wait. We got 2 more hours until the next network test, the last one comes out, and like I just want to get back in. Now, I also did read that hopefully in this last network test, there will be that big PvE battle at the end. I think there was a report that Miyazaki wanted to put that in for us to try, but so we'll see. So I'm not exactly sure. If it is, I'm gonna guess that because the game is PvPvE, I'm going to assume that if we're doing the mode where you're fighting a big enemy at the end, maybe it's not beneficial to be killing your not teammates, but the other players that are running around. Maybe we should just all be working together, ignoring each other, and killing everything, and just gaining all of our virtual points and all that, and powers and pickups and all that kind of thing. Or maybe even the PvP will be just disabled for that, and we're just all, 8 of us, all of us are working together. But then, the top 3 or the top 4 with the most points, they would have that big battle at the end. We're not exactly sure, right? Or maybe all 8 of us will go in. It's just like this huge PvE mode. Like that would be super fun for those who want it. And I like that, there's choice. You can go back and forth and do whatever you'd like. I know you can customize your character. Now, I also actually, now that I'm saying that, so Miyazaki said we can customize our character to show our preference of PvP or PvE. So I don't know if that means it's exactly like you can choose PvE mode or PvP mode. Because of my experience last night, I played. No, not last night. Yesterday in the afternoon. That was the test date. Um, I tried to do co-op for the 3 sessions that I played, but I kept getting put into single player mode. So I don't know if they deactivated co-op, or even if you do select those kinds of settings or whatever, you're not guaranteed to get exactly what you want. So that's something to think about and keep in mind. Something to to discover and find out. Now, regardless, whether it's a PvP, PvE, co-op, it's so new. It's so fun to explore and find new things and just, I don't even care what mode it is. I just want to play more and more and more. The 8 characters that we get to choose from, they're all very distinct and different from each other as well, which makes it, I've been trying all of them. Now, I do really like, I think her name is Tran or Tang, the a lady with the Kabuto helmet. Is it a Kabuto? No, like the circle helmet covers half her face. The sun hat. She's super fast. She can go invisible. All this stuff. Like I really liked her. She was the first character that I played, and she was a blast. Very technical, right? You got to go invisible, you got to use your snakes, that kind of thing. But her movements were so quick. The second character I played was Zork, and Zork, oh my gosh, like all the memes online, they're hilarious. But Zork is fantastic. Just his huge like sea arm or whatever that is that you can electrify and whatever. It's such a blast, man. And the way he runs, and like his move with the rockets and he headbutts anyone. Like it's so funny and humorous, but at the same time super effective. Like, oh my god, what a great character. Great moves. Now I did try Layla. I wasn't the best with Layla. I was kind of, her long shots were amazing. Like I sniped quite a few people and they had no idea where I was, which was awesome. But once I got into melee, the melee distance and whenever we're using her katars, I kind of stumbled a bit and I didn't like her moveset as much as like a Tran or Zork. I also tried the old man. His dino ability is just hilarious. And when you do catch someone with it and you can yoink them off of buildings or off of the map, it's just exhilarating and like every single character so far that I've played, which is those four. I mean, obviously we tried John Duskblood as well. Albert, he's got a great move set too. I haven't used Jan, so I'm gonna try Jan today. But they're all like refreshing. They're fun. I know that if I choose one and I stick with the one, I'll hopefully get good with the one character and be able to hopefully dominate when the full game comes out. But there are also reports that we're going to have maybe about 14 characters to choose from. So we only have the 8 here. We do have some screenshots, and I think in this B roll footage too, we did see a couple of the other characters that may be in the game. So like there's this, I think it's a boy. He's kind of like, it looks like a scholar. He throws out orbs. There's some person with a katana. He's wearing a full leather outfit. And there's some monk who's just standing. I don't know what his weapon is, but just standing there praying or meditating. And like, if we get, 6 more characters on top of the 8 that we've tried with those 3 included that I just mentioned, like it's just everything's going to be fresh. Everything's going to be, it's a different game when you try a different character because of the different moves. And I also did read that even though, like, let's say we're looking at Jan here on the screen, he's got this big axe and he does these big hits. He can do like a blink dodge as well. He's fighting Albert right now. But you can also change their skills and their moves. Jan won't always have this blink. Maybe you can choose a different dodge, or maybe instead of fire, you can do some other move. So we don't know just as of yet, but that customization will bring. Oh, here's Zork here. That customization will bring, just so much fun. I can't stress enough how fun it is. And even though this is on the Switch too, like obviously I'm a PlayStation 5 gamer. I do want to get into PC gaming as well now that I'm building up my PC and getting all the parts and upgrading and whatever. But having a Switch, there's something about a Switch. Now, I'm a dad of 2 young kids. Using the Switch, obviously, we use it for, Mario Kart and other games, Mario Party and those kinds of things. I am a huge Mario fan and Zelda, and I know I'm rambling here, but even though it is on the Switch, it is, I think a really good game to include to the Switch's title roster. Something different, something for us adults who, maybe want a competitive game, who want kind of it's not a Souls-like game, but to have that from soft feel and that experience on a console that we purchased to play maybe mainly with our kids or just to play Mario and Zelda and all those games, Donkey Kong that we used to when we were kids. Having that option and having this a game available is an amazing addition. I do hope it would go appear on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, but the likelihood of that is not very good. I don't think that's going to happen. But I am thankful. It is on a console that I do use and I like using. Speaking of the Switch 2, I noticed that with the graphics, it looks beautiful. Although when you're moving and you turn the camera around, there is this like constant motion blur and you can't turn off the motion blur. I didn't really like that. I don't like that. It makes me feel kind of nauseous a little bit here and there. And it strains my eyes a lot. So I hope that they add something in the game where you can turn the motion blur off. Also, in terms of graphics and visuals, I don't know if it's the frame rate or maybe it's my monitor or maybe it's just because it's the network test version that it's not to my eyes, I don't have a way to monitor this, but or to see this, but to my eyes, it doesn't look like it's a constant 60 FPS. I know it probably strives to be at 60. I was playing in 120 hertz. There's been reports like you should turn off 120 hertz and put on 60 hertz instead. So I will try that probably tonight, just to see. But again, it's a network test, so it's not the full game. It is optimized. It feels really good to play. Everything looks good. Every now and then you'll get a frame dip or whatever. At least that's what my eyes are telling me. But it is a smooth experience. So hopefully, when the full game comes out, it'll be even better. I think that people have noticed actually from the first day, Friday to today, there has been a difference. This morning, people were playing. Sunday morning, I didn't get a chance to because I was, busy being a dad. But some people have said that the visuals are better. We're not getting the frame dips. I think some people were saying that there was input lag as well. So if they would press the jump button, they wouldn't actually jump. It would take like half a second to register. But I think that's been resolved. It could be like a server thing or who knows? Who knows what it is? But we just have to wait and see. Um, but yeah, as we see on the screen here, like you got to pick up these things, and when you kill, certain elite enemies, you can choose like stamina up and attack up and all that kind of thing. Similar to like Elden Ring, Night Rain, where you beat a boss and you get to pick a boon or whatever it's called. So that's in there too, that rogue like element in there. Very rewarding and lots of fun. And I like that it's not like guaranteed you're going to get stamina all the time or whatever. So uh, you know, I don't know. I love this game. Here we go. This guy he's gonna pick up a lightning infusion to put lightning on him, get more virtue points as well. So like, there's just so much to do, so much to explore, so much we don't know, which is super fascinating to me. Every FromSoft game, it's always special. You turn it on for the first time, you don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on, so you can't even really read about it online. It's just such a rewarding experience and so much fun. So I want to end this off like on a positive note, although there are some visuals here and there because maybe it is the Switch 2 hardware, or maybe it's just because it's the network test, or maybe it's from software that they typically I know on PC they need to optimize better. PlayStation is not as bad, although I think there were issues on Elden Ring. I didn't notice myself. Like I'm an old school guy. I don't and I'm also old. My eyes aren't the best, but I didn't notice personally too much, and it didn't bother me too much. But I do hope we could turn off motion blur and all that stuff. Please, Miyazaki, let's change that. But yeah, as a whole is a good experience. I think if you're on the fence, I hope that there maybe is a demo for us to play. Or maybe hopefully we are allowed to post our own footage. I did record my sessions, but I'm not posting them obviously for copyright reasons, and they also asked us not to. So if they change their mind or if there is some embargo, then I would love to share my playtest and my experience. I'm talking on the mic too, but if they also end up saying like don't record anything and delete everything, I'll delete it. I'll delete it, no problem. There's no issue with me. I haven't shown it to anyone, and I don't plan to unless we're given permission. But yeah, I think keeping an open mind. I was apprehensive at first too. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. I don't even think I'm gonna even load up the uh, uh, network test. I'm really glad that I did because it really changed my mind about the game entirely. And even if you lose, you're not losing. You're still gaining experience. You're still gaining whatever currency or whatever that we're gonna have to, unlock customizable, fashion or whatever, or skills or I don't know, different modes. We don't even know what we're gonna unlock yet, right? So we're getting there eventually. But I think also Miyazaki said something about the stories, the personal stories, and the story of the game. It still continues, regardless of whether you win or lose. You still will be able to complete the story and multiple stories throughout. So like I don't know. I know I said I was going to end the video, but I keep going on because there's so much to talk about. But yeah, just I'm super excited. I'm really pumped. I'm really hoping that this game that they can really fine tune and make it such a great experience for those of us who do want that FromSoft game on the Nintendo Switch 2. Give us some PvE, some PvP, some new things to explore and find out and learn about. um, just can't wait. There have been reports that it will come out sometime in September. Who knows if that's true? They said, I think someone said September 24th. That would be awesome, but I would rather wait for them to have a very nice, polished, finished product. And when all of us do end up jumping in, that it's the best game, the best experience that we can get from this title. Here we go. We're seeing like you can put on Bloodbound alliances, but for whatever reason, it didn't work for me yesterday, so I didn't get to do co-op. There was one more thing that I wanted to say, and I actually can't even remember what it is. Um, oh yes, now I remember. There also from that interview with Miyazaki, there were talks about. I don't know if he actually officially said it, but if we can make private lobbies and have 8 players or however many that we're allowed to have together in that one private lobby and just play together, like that would be such a fun community thing to do. I would love to host basically fight clubs or PvE clubs or just competitions between viewers and subscribers and whatever. That would be a super fun thing to do. Can you imagine like we do a private lobby, maybe with some well-known big YouTuber who I'd love to meet and collaborate with? Just saying, but like my team against their team or whatever. Like that would be so much fun. That would be such a great, community building, competitive experience. I think that's something that would be rather fun and enjoyable to do. But yeah, this video is very long. I know that Ouroboros had 30 minutes of footage. I'm at 22 minutes, 23 minutes already. I didn't even plan to talk this long, but I am super excited. If you do have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And if this video helped at all, please consider liking and subscribing. Again, I am, a very small channel. I'm loving Souls content. Everything Souls like. I love it. We are playing, Monster Hunter and stuff as well. And Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is my latest thing. But, please leave a comment. Please leave a like. Please consider subscribing. And we will see you in the next one. Hopefully, when Duskbloods comes out and we make tons of footage and tons of videos and tons of content on that. I love it. I'm in love. Anyway, that's it for me. Have a good one. Take care.